Okay, I just purchased this Moen Junior GEC 8 Junior, and just set it up. Just put it on this board, and I've got some pedals on here to test. I've got the delay coming into D on bank 1, and then I've got the Texas Pride coming into C, the phaser into B, and the Ibanez Screamer, Tube Screamer into A. Okay, so there seems to be a defect. When I punch, when I first got this, I put in number D here, and all the indicator lights, every single one of them, now all these were lit up, all 10 of them, or 8 of them, however many there is. When I pushed C, the one indicator lit up. When I pushed the B, it lit up appropriately, and so did A. But D, all of them lit up, and the pedal would not work. So after looking at it and analyzing it, I decided to do a factory reset. After factory reset, I pushed, it's what you see now. So I pushed 1, the pedal, in this case the delay, would not work, and the indicator light doesn't turn on. However, all the rest turn on. Okay, and they all work appropriately. But this one would not work. Now just grab and hold this. Okay, so I'm going to flip through the banks and I'll show you what I believe to be the problem. So D, again, if I click on and off, does not work. It's the same, so it just overrides and bypasses, but that delay is not going on. If I go to B, C, phaser's on, everything else works except for D. Now, if I go to bank 2, going up here to bank 2, it goes to the green side, which is the other 8. I don't have them turned on, but they all indicate, they all light up. If I go to 3, we should be going back to red, which we are. I go to there, to the D, and lo and behold, the red indicator does light up, and the delay works fine. So everything works in number 3. If I go to number 4, it should switch back to green. All the indicators light up in green, which works. If I go to 5 and push 1, it's lit up, and the delay works. So everything works in 5. If I go all the way through, it all works. Okay. If I go now, here's interesting. That 5 was in red. If I go to 6, it's also in red. So it didn't alternate to green, as you notice. It stayed in red as well, the same as 5. And bank D no longer works. There's no more delay. So everything else works, but again, let me just go back. 5 is in red, and 5 works, but 6 stays in red. It should have alternated to green technically, but it didn't. And again, D does not work. So going to 7, it now alternates back to green, works fine. If I go to 8, works fine, delay works. Everything works in 8. Go back to 9, alternates to green, it all works. Go to 10, alternates back to red, and the delay works fine. Everything works. So the issue is, when I go back to bank 1, no delay, does not work. But everything else works, and so it's bank 1, D does not work, and bank 6 has no delay either. So bank 6 and bank 1, D does not work.